And that's why you don't feel this person anymore attacking you or trying to harvest your energy, because they done dipped. They stopped by their home. This karmic ran out. I'm seeing somebody running out to their backyard, to the forest, to the woods or some ish, like literally in a jacket and everything, and throwing themselves into a bush, like literally hiding in a bush while the police search the premises of the home and whatnot. This man had long white hair and a long white beard, and he was wearing some type of light blue robe. It almost reminds me of like the Virgin Mary or Our Lady Guadalupe, like it's a light blue or a periwinkle color. And he really appeared to this karmic Jezebel, this karmic warlock, and told them like, look, you have to leave or otherwise they will arrest you. Go on a plane this time. They want to go on a plane. They want to go back to the area and attack y'all again. You know, get back to the routine. But at this point, they're in jeopardy. They're in turmoil. Incantations and offerings to the ethers, to the principalities, to the powers that be. This karmic went broke. This karmic had to get out all their credit cards or whatnot, or use somebody else's credit card and book that love. Whoever you are, your karmic enemy, you haven't seen or heard of them in a minute now. They gone ghost months ago, weeks ago. You haven't heard or seen of this dark witch, dark wizard, and it's because they've been on the run. This individual had to escape, leave in the middle of the night, in the darkness of the night. They got word from their spirit team, or maybe it was even God that told this karmic, like, look, you're about to be, caught up. Handcuffs. You're about to be cuffed, taken away. The police driving around looking for you. And what was that for? This karmic done scrambled. It was a tower. This karmic done packed up what they could in their luggage, in a bag or some ish. Called an Uber. And look what it says here, emptiness, moving on, no one home. This karmic is not in the area anymore. That's why you haven't seen this person. That's why you haven't heard of this person. And that's why you don't feel this person anymore attacking you or trying to harvest your energy, because they done dipped. They dipped, as the saying goes. They ran out of their fortress. They knew if they stayed, they were going to be arrested. They were going to be locked up in maximum security prison. It was a tower, I'm telling you. This karmic, you see, and sometimes the karma in itself is the scrambling, right? Because this karmic had to scramble at the last minute. Like, I'm really getting, for some of you, it was God himself that came to this karmic and told them, like, look, you're going to be arrested today. You might want to try to escape, try to get out while you still can. And what was that for? This Black Widow energy, he, she, they, them, whoever. They done ran off out of there trying to run away from karma, wheel of karma. But you see, them being in this fear, them being in this energy of needing to get away, fly away, before being arrested, is just the energy of even more karma. Because traveling is stressful, y'all. It is stressful. And especially if you're flying at the last minute, that's how these flights get you. That's how they secure the bag. If you have to leave, if there's an emergency, right? If you have to book it at the last minute, last second. This karmic went broke. This karmic had to get out all their credit cards or whatnot, or use somebody else's credit card and book that one-way ticket and some type of extended stay or some type of room sublease or something. Like, they literally had to get on out of Dodge because, love, they heard it from God himself, but then they got contacted by a friend of theirs, And they told them, look, the cops drove by my home or something. I don't know if they're looking for me too. You gotta get out of here. So that's why this karmic just scrambled, because the last thing this karmic wants is for their reputation to be ruined in the town, village, or community. Pillory, open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, shut down, caught. Public ridicule, mockery, nowhere to run, censure, serving time. Censorship, silencing, control, discord, cancel, persecute, suffocate, destroyed heritage. Limiting freedom, constraint, rewrite history, mind games, changing the narrative. This karmic, y'all, this is somebody that did black magic, black Sabbath, voodoo, did all kinds of incantations and offerings to the ethers, to the principalities, to the powers that be, was communing and convening with different spirits in the different realms and whatnot, different avatars, phantom spirits, shadow spirits, right? Specters and whatnot. And this karmic did so much to attack you, right? Because on one hand, right, I do have to give them the benefit of the doubt. They are your karmic enemy. So it's like it is their job to attack you and whatnot. It is. Right? We have these karmic enemies, these karmic soul contracts and whatnot. And sometimes it's their job to put us through this hell. And it's our job to defend ourselves, to fight back, and to overcome all the challenges that they put in our way. But it's something here about this ran its course. Like, this really ran its course. It was way past the expiration date. And this man or this woman, I'm telling you, like, I'm seeing a man with like these glowing blue eyes, like his eyes are just glowing blue, and he has like this long white hair and this gold skin. His skin is like pure gold. It's like this gold right here, it's radiating gold. And I really feel like this man, or this manifestation of this man that appeared to this karmic, was Jehovah, or was like a representation of him. This man had long white hair and a long white beard, and he was wearing some type of light blue robe. It almost reminds me of like the Virgin Mary or Our Lady Guadalupe, like it's a light blue or a periwinkle color. And he really appeared to this karmic Jezebel, this karmic warlock, and told them, like, look, you have to leave or otherwise they will arrest you. But you see, God put the battery on this person's back, because now this individual is in another state, in another country. They're living out of a room, out of a hotel, a motel. Okay, they've officially hit rock bottom, y'all. Like, like they're thinking maybe it would have been better if they had just been arrested, just been locked up, accepted defeat, accepted the humiliation, accepted that their image would never be the same, and being humiliated like this and being arrested and their crimes being made public. Like, now this is where this individual is at, because I'm really seeing this individual is stuck at some type of Motel 6 or some type of studio sublease, or they're renting a room from someone out on the other side of the country or in a whole nother country, and the living conditions are not that great. This individual does not have a car to get around. They're essentially stranded. They are not making any money. They're trying to get unemployment, like, and so you could be thinking like, wow, like you could have, so why is this to read? Because you could have taken notice that this karmic was gone, that this karmic had gone missing. You no longer feel their attack and whatnot. But the reality is that they escaped, quote unquote. Did they really escape though? Because they're going through it. They're going through it. In that new place, ain't nothing working out for them. You may have thought like something happened, or you were wondering, and this is what's going on. And so this is the read. This is why you no longer feel this energy attacking you, stalking you, doing the foo magic, like, this is why. Because love, they over there, they going through it. They going through a literal, inferno, a literal battle For some of you, this karmic literally was hiding. Like the cops literally stopped by their home. This karmic ran out. I'm seeing somebody running out to their backyard, to the forest, to the woods or some ish. Like literally in a jacket and everything, and throwing themselves into a bush, like literally hiding in a bush while the police search the premises of the home and whatnot. And I'm seeing some dogs too. So they could have had dogs and whatnot. Love, this karmic is effed. This karmic is screwed. Like whatever they did, like there's different levels of karmics, right? Like not all karmics are out here doing all of this craziness, right? Sometimes we meet or experience karmic people to learn some valuable lessons, and so they learn valuable lessons as well. But this karmic, they were like karmic to their core. They were into all that black magic, black Sabbath and whatnot, and most likely into other things of an illegal nature, because black magic, black Sabbath, that's all illegal in the spiritual universe. So if they can do all the illegal stuff in the spiritual universe, well, it doesn't really, I must say, it doesn't really make sense why they wouldn't do illegal stuff here in the physical universe, right? I hope that makes sense. Like, it makes perfect sense for them to do illegal stuff in the spiritual aspect of things and also in the physical aspect of things. And so that's what I'm getting here. This individual is a wanted woman, a wanted man, a wanted person. And the cops for sure came driving by the premises. Or it could even be that they were at a friend's spot. And the friend was like, look, the cops are here. They're here. Hide, hide. Go somewhere or run out to the backyard, jump the fence, leave. I'm seeing these woods, this forest. And like, what was that for? This karmic. They done left with their phone, their wallet, put on a hoodie, ran out there. They ain't even get to shower or nothing. They ain't even get to wipe their ASS, none of that. Wash their feet, nothing. They had to scramble out of there. They were hiding. This happened at night. This happened late at night. This karmic literally ran into the woods and just hid in a brush while the police were searching around his home, the premises, and the neighborhood with flashlights. Like, I'm literally seeing these flashlights and whatnot everywhere. And this karmic was hiding. But, like, how dumb? How dumb? Like, who is dumb enough to be wandering around the woods at night? Like, we're not even talking about the wild animals, all the supernatural stuff that goes on, and the veil is very thin. So it's like, you just know this karmic was desperate, that they ran off into the forest when they seen those cops pull up and hid in a bush somewhere. Literally hid in a bush. Some of you, it was raining. It was like a really nasty day at night. Really nasty, muggy, poor visibility, and this karmic really risked their life going out because you don't know what's out there. Raccoon, bears, rabbit animal, Wendigo, right? Bigfoot, werewolf, like it's all kinds of things out in the woods. Serial killer, like what? And in the middle of the night, especially feral people, like y'all. Like this karmic really was going out on a limb there, but then the police left, and then that's when this karmic packed up a bag. They were crying, they were screaming, they wanted to admit themselves to some type of mental hospital. Remember, who was it? Who's the one that sings I Am Beautiful, no matter what they say? Like, I feel like this karmic was looking at the mirror before they left, and they were washing their face, and they wanted to scream. They wanted to punch the mirror. They wanted to shave their head, shave all their hair off. Like, but then the Uber came, this karmic ran. This karmic ran. Now they're having to find their way. And that's why you haven't seen or heard of this individual. You haven't heard nothing. This individual has not posted on social media. They've essentially disappeared. They've essentially gone underground. And this is why. Because they don't want to be arrested. They don't want to, they know. They know if they get caught, it's over for them. Sword and scales, gavel, and pillory. They know if they get caught, they'll be locked up. Birdcage. They are hoping that if they are away from this residence, this area, that eventually time will heal all wounds, and the cases, the charges against them, whatever they may be, will be suddenly poof, dropped. That's what this karmic is waiting on. Yep, confirmation, my throat chakra. Some of you, this karmic has $70,000 in debt, and they have not worked at all this year. They have not made a single payment back to anyone. They have been on the run. Some of you, I heard 100K, so some of you, this karmic is 100K in debt. But this karmic doesn't plan on paying any of that debt either. You know, like, the creditors can't get to you if they don't know where you live, if they don't know where you stay at. You know? Like, this karmic isn't getting an address change or anything. They're using somebody else's address. Or they could have just got a virtual mailbox or something like that. There's ways to get around it. So this karmic, you know, they're trying to evade the cops, the bank, and, you know, like, they're not going to post. They're not going to post because if they post, it may give away their whereabouts. Like, if they post, they'll post stuff like of them out in Greece somewhere, you know, where they can't be extradited and whatnot. Hey, of Swords, I'm telling y'all. Look, if your person was with this karmic, these two done separated. Like, that was the day, that was the night that the relationship ended for these two. Like, that's, look, Ace of Pentacles and the Hermit. This karmic ended up using what little money they had to get a room share, or get something, or they could have gotten some type of sugar daddy or sugar mama, or joined like some type of hedonistic group or some type of weird group, almost like a trap house type of energy. You know what I mean? Like, just, I don't know, I'm seeing a bunch of naked people and whatnot. I'm seeing a lot of people smoking weed, and it almost reminds me of like that one city, I think it's in California, that one city that's completely free, and there's no laws, there's, you know, no legalities, there's no money, like people trade and whatnot. I forgot, I think it's called Slab City. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, y'all, but yeah, like, I'm seeing a bunch of naked people and whatnot. Or like, I don't know, y'all. A lot of drugs, and this is very sad. Now this karmic is trying to figure out their next move. This karmic wants you to save them from this, y'all. This karmic wants you to do some type of magic to give them good luck, like they're praying. You know, this is the other part of this read and the other part of this download that I've been getting, that this karmic has been praying, hoping and praying against all odds that, you know, when they contact you, because they eventually will, from an unknown number and whatnot. Yeah, Two of Wands and the Devil, they've been praying that, you know, you will give them some type of love, some type of energy, some type of grace, that your good luck energy will help them escape the clutches of the law. Similarly, this King of Cups, who was with this third-party karmic, and these two have separated. These two have both been on the run, or they both are getting ready to be on the run or something. Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this karmic love. You won't be hearing from this one ever again, is what it's looking like. Because they're going to message you from some type of unknown number in the future, and, you know, wanting to be like some type of friend to you or something. But hell no, F that. Any final messages? Yeah, time off. Angel. Look, your angels are saying enjoy this time off. Enjoy not being spiritually attacked, being spiritually harassed, okay? Enjoy this season, this break, because it's well earned, you know? If this karmic is karmic, like how I'm picking up on, they've been attacking you all these years, all these moons. You know, the devil just waiting for you to drop. But time has run out for them. The time is up for them. And that's why God was just like, you should escape right about now. In the middle of the night while you still can. This karmic had to leave behind, somebody's twin flame or somebody's DMDF. That's how a lot of these karmics have been rolling out here. This karmic had to leave that person behind and whatnot. And look, celebration, reconciliation. Some of you, this really is about your DM or your DF coming back home to you. Manifestation and boredom. Pink diamond. But I feel like this is more so representing that this karmic wants your help. Karmic will want your help in the future, this third party. Because I'm telling you, this man or this woman is living out of a room somewhere. And it's not like a room. It's like one of those rooms that's like tiny. It's like 200 square feet or something. Like, it's so small. And this karmic is just sitting there the whole day. They have like a little window that they can look out of. But they're just sitting there the whole day wondering, like, when is it going to be time for me to move freely? They are scared to go through TSA again. They got very lucky passing through TSA because TSA, they've been slacking these days. Like, TSA, they're not even doing the real ID. They just have you get patted down. Like, what is that supposed to do? Like, what was the point of making this a big deal then? People in a rush, people couldn't afford the passport, so they went and got real ID, rushed to get this ID, only for it to not even matter. Like, they still let you go on the plane. Everyone that I saw that didn't have real ID or passport, they still got allowed pass through TSA. So it's just like this karmic thinks they got lucky that the TSA people didn't bring anything up. Because if a warrant was issued out for this man or woman's arrest, I imagine that something like this would pop up in TSA. Like, if the judge has ordered this individual be arrested, captured, I imagine that they would not be able to go past security. But then again, looking at the state of this country and everything that's been going on, it doesn't surprise me that that they were able to get past and whatnot. It don't surprise me. It really doesn't. And so, going back to what I was saying, they're scared to leave that room, scared to leave that motel wherever they're staying at. They're scared. They're nervous. They don't think that they'll have a lot of luck if they go on a plane this time. They want to go on a plane. They want to go back to the area and attack y'all again. Get back to the routine. But at this point, they're in jeopardy. They're in turmoil. So now they're thinking maybe they should make a truce, offer some type of peace treaty. Something that can't be broken between the two of you, a bond. To form a bond of teamwork. Finances, because the money is going to run out eventually. The money's going to run out. This karmic has to do weird things at night for money. This is so sad. Like, you see, they're living out their karma. Oh, God, let them escape. But look here, y'all. Because in prison, in jail, at least the karmic gets housing, food. They get a shower. They get a bathroom, like, at least they get something. But this karmic right now, they have to do some weird things at night for money because they don't know if they're going to be able to continue paying this cheap room, this cheap motel. They don't know how long that's going to last. And they don't have a car to sleep in. But at the same time, they can't just go start applying to jobs because, again, employers, when they do a background check and they see you're a wanted man, a wanted woman, love, this karmic is thinking about just leaving the country altogether and spending a few years away. I heard 5 to 7 years spending that much time away, and then they're hoping that by that point, all of the charges will have been dropped. But that is your read, y'all. This karmic has disappeared. They have gone underground. You haven't felt this person or your energy. You haven't felt them attack you. And this is why, because the cops pulled up on that ASS. This karmic ran away to the woods, hid out there while the cops were searching for them. Then this karmic called an Uber, packed up a small bag, and left. Left to the other side of the country or to a whole different country altogether. And now they are just slowly, painfully rotting away, wasting away. So karma is karming, and that's what they get. But that is your read. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I wish you love and light. Take care.